You're channeling a little bit of mythology with everyone's favorite Gorgon, Medusa. And in ancient times, there were different deities for everything. So if you could be known as the goddess of anything, what would it be?
Revenge.
Wow, that was chilling because you did not really miss a beat and it was just okay.
I've clearly thought this through.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Let's Get Cereal, a weekly show where I, your host, Alyssa Marino, eat cereal, talk about stuff, and sometimes talk to people. And today's people is the man-made monstress herself, the terrifically twisted and dear friend, Kelsey Raegan. How are you, my friend?
Good. I love terrifically twisted.
I think that fits, you know?
I like it.
Now, I like the fact that I don't know what cereal you have picked for today. I told you to keep it a secret, but I'm ready for the big reveal. So lay it on me. Drum roll, please.
I feel like it's so basic, but it's my favorite cereal. So it's Special K Banana.
You know what? We love Special K Banana. I have polar opposite as far as health is concerned. Some leftover Cookie Crisp from my episode with Dark Sheik. So we're going to celebrate with. Actually, I feel like banana and like chocolate is kind of nice. I mean, I feel like if you mix these together, maybe they would be really tasty, but
yes, I would do it.
I'm into it. All right, well, let's pour our cereal.
Yeah.
And we have this from Elvira. Hello.
I knew she was going to do that. As soon as I bring the food out, she's like, hey, food. No.
I'm glad that she gave us a little cameo, though.
She'll probably pop up again.
Excellent. Good. All it means is that Elvira is also a cereal fan, and that's great.
Mm-hmm. She loves cereal. Trying to get into the box. Please stop.
Some of my favorite things, though, are on social media where it's like videos of her where she's getting into something. You're just like, Elvira. Because it's like, we're not used to hearing like the Mistress of the Dark reprimanded. So it's really funny. Is she this way? Like, I don't know if you've done more like interviews like this, but is she a little bit of a camera ham? Like,
yes. Mm-hmm. I feel like she knows every time there's a camera up, or if I'm filming a promo or something. I want to make like a collage of these videos every time my promo gets ruined by her, and then once I have enough, I'm gonna upload it because they're funny, but it's constant.
Oh, I love it. She's destined for the spotlight, like her human, you know?
Yeah, she's an attention whore.
Just like, now I don't know if you can juggle both, but I'm going to give you a little cheers for our Let's Get Cereal.
Yeah.
All right, Kelsey Raegan. Let's get cereal, my friend. Kind of like Elvira, how we talked about having this star quality. You, my friend, have such a very cool presence in the ring. And I just love to dive in and kind of find out what makes you you. So let's start at the beginning. What were you like as a kid?
I was a little creep, as my mom likes to say.
A little creep?
I was just I was into like dark things. Like I preferred horror movies over kid movies. And I was obsessed with vampires and witches. And my favorite wrestler growing up was Undertaker. I feel like that was it had to be done, but yeah, it was a little creepy.
Checks out though, you know? But now what I find interesting is knowing that later in life you grew up as a gymnast and a competitive cheerleader. So do you feel like there was always this kind of like darkness under the surface sort of thing?
No, it was always out in the open.
Love that. Okay.
Like, when I was cheering and doing gymnastics and stuff, people thought it was weird. Like, they didn't see me as a cheerleader. But I don't know. It's what I love to do. Like, just because I'm a little dark and creepy doesn't mean that I can't be cheery and preppy. I'm like,
And I think that kind of is a cool balance too between having, maybe more unorthodox interests, but doing something like cheerleading, which is rather, conventional, we'll say. So then what kind of took you the path from more conventional activities into more of like the niche world of pro wrestling?
It was a huge jump, because I didn't start training until I was 26. So, and then I quit cheering when I was 17. So that was like a 9-year jump. And I was so unathletic and I didn't do anything for those 9 years. I drank a lot of beer and sat on my ass. So when I first started like getting back training, or getting back into the gym and stuff, I just was watching a lot of wrestling, and I'm like, I want to train, and if this doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But at least I tried it,
Definitely. And as you said, you started training. It was right before I think you turned 27. And you quoted online saying, "Which is late, but nobody's going to tell you nothing." Do you feel like there was any sense of trepidation going into this, or did you kind of approach the new adventure with a sense of fearlessness and excitement?
No, I've always been in the mindset of no one's gonna tell me nothing. My mom will tell you the same thing. Like, I couldn't tell you nothing growing up. Like, you did what you wanted. And I think I was scared to get into wrestling because of my age. And I think that's why I didn't get into it sooner, because I thought I was too old. And then I just got in my head, like, who cares? Like, so I'm old. Whatever.
Which also you're not, but I understand what you mean.
Compared to, I think, everyone in my class, like all the girls were, the oldest girl in my class was Kylan King. So we trained together, and she was like 20, I think she was 25 or 26 at the time. And then the other girls were like 19, 20. And so, yeah, I definitely felt old, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't look my age, so it's perfect. It's okay.
Very true. And I think also that kind of gives you the edge of having more of a sense of yourself, having maybe some more maturity, because I mean, we all talk about it and know, like, mentally, physically, wrestling is incredibly demanding. So who do you feel like were some of the influences in your life that inspired you to kind of keep pushing forward?
Ooh. Probably my mom and my grandma, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like my grandmother, she went to school to be a nurse when she was like in her 60s.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, so she's been doing it for like 10 or 15 years now. She's getting up there, but she grew up, when I grew up, she was always a lab technician, and she hated, so she always wanted to be a nurse. And then she's like, I'm going to go be a nurse even though I'm in my 60s. And I love that, because, it doesn't matter how old you are. Like, do what you want. Who cares?
You're 1,000% right. And is this the same, just sidebar, is this the same grandma that you that you gossip with? Because I feel like yes, hot gossip grandma. I love it.
Love it. We get on the phone, and then she talks about all the family members. And I'm like, yes, family tea. Love it.
Love it. One of the first places that I actually met you was actually at a No Peace Underground show. At No Peace, you were in some absolutely brutal matches. So when thinking about some of these more intense death matches and styles of wrestling, not just limited to No Peace, but what is maybe the most inventive weapon that you have seen used in a match?
I loved when Sawyer Wreck came out with her Nerf gun. Thumbtack.
With the thumbtacks on the end?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely genius. Now also, so going from, I guess, one kind of pain to a different kind of pain, a few months ago, you were featured in Inked Barbie magazine. So obviously we're going to be talking a little bit about the tattoos. And I saw in an interview that your first tattoo was Atreyu lyrics. And I'm wondering, does the quote or the band still mean something to you, or do you feel like it was just a snapshot of who you were at the time?
It definitely still means something to me. So the lyrics are, there is no destroying me. and is from the song "You Eclipsed by Me." I felt like, no matter what I go through, like I can't be destroyed. Like I've survived everything so far. Like, we're all survivors.
Sure, you definitely have a lot of resilience just as a human being. And I should have said this earlier, but feel free if you want to eat your cereal and talk with your mouth full. This is fine. It is a safe place. I always like to give people the go ahead that things don't have to be pretty on Let's Get Cereal. They just have to be fun.
I'm a pretty eater, so
this is what this show is here for. It's a safe place, On the topic back of tattoos, is there one piece of ink in your collection that holds really special significance for you?
Yes, but it's probably like one of my least favorite tattoos because it looks so ugly, but it means so much to me. I have a pair of lips over my heart. Normally they're covered when I wrestle, but sometimes you can see them. So my best friend, when I was 21, we got each other's kisses over our hearts. And she passed away in a car accident about 2 years after that. So she's always over my heart.
Oh, I mean, that's so sweet. And kind of one of the beautiful things of tattoos is, like we said, they just they hold that memory kind of physically for you. So no matter what, you'll always have that, and that's just so special. Oh, I love Elvira so much. Kind of shifting back over to the music sense. I'm taking it back to Atreyu and other bands from the early to mid 2000s. Do you have any guilty pleasure throwback tunes that you just absolutely love?
I don't know if I believe in guilty pleasures because, like, I don't feel guilty for anything.
You're right.
But like embarrassing stuff that I listen to from that maybe that you wouldn't think that I would listen to.
Absolutely.
Jonas Brothers. I love the Jonas Brothers, and I'm probably gonna get so much hate for that, but I love the Jonas Brothers.
So you know what? No one's gonna tell you nothing. You like the Jonas Brothers, and that's okay.
I was a little too old when they came out, but I did have their CD, and I did kind of keep it hidden in the back of my CD folder.
Not guilty, but maybe just something you don't openly admit to often.
Yeah,
that checks out. I watched an interview also where you were talking about how you have been modeling since your late teens, and in the interview you said that you like to play dress up. Now, thinking about being a horror movie fan, I wasn't sure how much of a Halloween fan that you are. So do you? Okay, good. Had a feeling that you were a big Halloween fan like myself. Are there any particular characters from pop culture that you would want to pay homage to by dressing up as them?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Like if I could do cosplay shoots all the time, totally would. But I don't have enough money for all that, so
it's an investment.
It really is. I messaged Irais during Halloween, and I wanted to do a witch themed shoot, but I wanted to do it with my friends. So there was a coven of us per se. Yeah. It didn't end up happening because the other girls dropped out. So, but I would do a witch shoot.
Right. Mm-hmm. We're manifesting. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of dressing up, I feel like over the years you've definitely been a bit of a chameleon as far as your presentation in the ring. Kind of like a snake shedding its skin, maybe. But currently, speaking of snakes, you're channeling a little bit of mythology with everyone's favorite Gorgon, Medusa. And in ancient times, there were different deities for everything. So if you could be known as the goddess of anything, what would it be?
Revenge.
Wow, that was chilling because you did not really miss a beat, and it was just okay. Wow.
I've clearly thought this through.
Hey, I mean, anything that you want to share about kind of why you feel this affinity for being the goddess of revenge?
Maybe it's because my moon sign is a Taurus. I'm not super into astrology, but I've been told that's probably where it comes from. But I have this just I have a vengeful side to me, and I kind of hate it, and I try to like put it like like shove it down, like let's choose the better path, turn the cheek, whatever. But I like there's so many times that people have done me wrong, and I'm just like I would love to just like watch them just completely crumble.
Wow.
Is that too dark? I just went too dark.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is the real of cereal. We're putting the real in. But also, I mean, just a word to the wise for my breakfast buddies: do not cross Kelsey Raegan. I mean, sugar and spice, she'll ruin your life. It stands true. Now, you had also shared in the past that you are an avid reader and that you enjoy some new age books. I don't know if this is maybe the quest for the light path away from the vengeance, but whatever. You can take different things away. I mean, I remember watching The Craft as a kid and getting really into metaphysical stuff as like an 8th grader. So is spirituality and mystical business an interest that you had as a kid or something that you developed later on?
I feel like I was always like witchy stuff when I was a kid, but like I didn't know anything about it, you know what I mean? But I feel like manifestations and like stuff like that, like I guess it is kind of tied into witchcraft, but I kind of look at it as two different things.
Like how do you differentiate between the two?
I don't know. I feel like for me, like looking at like witchcraft and stuff like that, like they use like herbs and candles and oils and stuff like that, and like manifestation is just like it's in the mind, but it's all kind of like connected together, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like one doesn't have maybe the more ritual side of it. It's more just kind of like from within. So I can see that.
But it's all, I guess it's all energy. So
that is absolutely, and it is a very powerful thing, energy. So yes. Now, in preparing for this chat and also in just spending some time with you, I know you're a bit of a snacker. And from one fellow carb lover to another, I gotta know, what is your go-to kind of comfort meal?
Pasta.
Okay.
I eat a lot of cheese. Like that's my mac and cheese is my comfort food for sure.
I love that. And it's so easy too. I feel like pasta can sometimes get very like intricate and ornate with different ingredients, but like mac and cheese.
And I like the Kraft mac and cheese. So I don't like the homemade mac and cheese and stuff like they make at Thanksgiving and all that. Like I want the box Kraft mac and cheese.
And I think, and sometimes too, that could just be the taste of nostalgia sometimes. Like, I don't want anything fancy. Don't give me bougie mac and cheese. Like, just give me my blue box, you know what you like.
Exactly.
Well, now, somehow, my friend, we are finding ourselves suddenly at the near end of 2021. Don't know how or when that happened, but here we are. So as you reflect on your accomplishments from this past year, what are some of the things that you are most proud of?
Oh my goodness, I've done so much this year, and I feel like there's this huge part of me that's like always going to be down on myself, like, oh, I didn't do enough, I didn't do this. But then when you look at when I look at where I was a year ago, like I've grown so much, and I might not be where I want to be, but I've came a long way. So I won 5 championship belts this year, which is awesome because I had not won a single one last year. So I won all 5 this year. It's great. I did my first death match. I debuted in like 3 states, I think. 3 other states besides Florida. So I'm doing good. I'm doing well.
You got that good momentum coming up, and in the new year, you will be making a long-awaited debut in Generation Championship Wrestling's Diamond Division at the Diamond Cup event, January 22nd, slated to be in non-tournament competition against Lisa Kate. So, how are you planning to make a statement in GCW for your debut?
Oh, I'm gonna come out there swinging. I'm going out hot.
Bangs out, snake spitting. So ready.
I make sure every time I have a debut, I make sure that they remember me.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. And you certainly do have this very unforgettable quality about you. So now we talked about manifestation earlier. What other goals or plans do you find yourself manifesting, either personally or professionally, in 2022?
I would love to work in as many states as I can next year. I want to be all over the United States, maybe out of the United States. We'll see, but I would love to travel more. Um, yeah, maybe win some more belts, get some more championships.
So collecting gold and going traveling. Of course, we want to make sure all of our breakfast buddies at home are following you on social media so they can stay up to date on your journey. If you don't mind sharing where people can find you online.
My handle is at Kelsey Raegan on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Kelsey Raegan. My merch store is kelseyraegan.bigcartel. Kelsey Raegan on everything.
Awesome. So go get your Kelsey Raegan t-shirt and show some love for the Man-Made Monstress, because like 2021 was a great year, and I feel like 2022 just growing even more. This is amazing.
We always get better. We never go back.
Exactly. Upward trajectory always. I want to thank you again. And I want to thank Elvira for hanging out with us and for taking the time to chat today.
Being a pain always.
Oh my God, but she loves you so much. Oh my God, the way that she is looking at you is just so sweet. Oh my God, I love her.
I had to leave her for 5 days this week. So she stayed with her grandma, my mother.
So she's definitely feeling.
Yes.
She's getting very lovey now. Well, I will let you get back to a little snuggle session with Elvira. But thank you again for taking the time to chat. And until next time, my friends, continue to do your best to be your best. And we'll see you later.